What is up, guys? Ian here from Co-Create Today, taking your mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. Today I just want to talk about why health is so important. I mean, what you are inside is what will be reflected outside. And what is outside in your external environment is a really good reflection of who you are inside. Whether or not we take care of our bodies, it will have an effect on us in the long term. I mean, that hamburger might taste good in the moment, but potentially hours or years later, it really could have a drastic effect on what and who you are. So I used to work at a hospital. I was a valet, and I got to see kind of the ins and out of the hospital without really necessarily working in the hospital with patients and caring for them. I just got to see people coming in and going. And I heard a lot of reasons why. And it really kind of set me straight. Like, I know exactly where I don't want to end up, and I also know how to not get there. And I say that because the number one reason from what I noticed and saw that people were at the hospital for was due to wealth issues. Wealth issues, weight issues. So literally people who were overweight and they've hit kind of midlife, they're probably late 30s, 40s. After that point, that's when health issues really start to set in. So from what I noticed, there's a lot of people with diabetes, and there's a lot of people with health and heart issues because they hadn't worked on themselves and been really advent with their health in years prior. And the really scary thing is people that have those heart issues and diabetes, they have to come to the hospital multiple times a week potentially. And that's what I started noticing. I started noticing the same people coming back, and I wondered why. I tried to self-diagnose them. And what I came down to is basically they're there for health issues, but for more than likely weight issues. So I want to make this video just trying to make one understand that health is so vital for your success and for your well-being. And if you can't take care of your body, you're not going to be able to take care of your life. And you're not going to be able to be accountable and have that moral authority for anything you do in your life. My huge motto is, if you can build the body, you can build the business. And it's very true, because a lot of the things that you do as you work out and build your body, you can do towards a business and create success through that. So instead of building and creating success through your muscles, you build success through creating assets that can pay you back. Now, the number one thing is consistency and perseverance. So the thing with health, it's very hard because, I mean, you can't get off too much of the tracks, because once you fall off the wagon, it's going to be very hard to get back on. Same with exercising, but eating healthy is almost an extreme case, because if you can't eat healthy for an extended long amount of time, then you're not going to get the benefits and the results that you want. So what I would recommend is to potentially slow down on your meat intake. I know that I went vegan for about 6 months, and ever since that, I just don't eat as much meat. I don't crave it. I still eat poultry and cheese and milk, but my intake is drastically lower. So that's probably the first step, is lower your intake of meat. I'm not saying to go vegan. I'm not saying to like cut out all meat and cheese. I'm just saying like maybe slow down, because beef and red meat has actually been associated with lots of health issues and cancers. So just knowing that, it's a little kind of gray, it's a little gray zone. So I would not really recommend you eating a lot of red meats and kind of meats in general. If you're eating it every day, I would recommend maybe drop that down to like 2 or 3 times a week. So another one is to drink a lot of water and drink a lot of vitamins. So I'm an advocate of smoothies. I freaking love smoothies. So I just go to Costco, I get those frozen bags of berries, and I use my energy drinks to combine together to make an energetic smoothie, and they're so good. And knowing that I can get a lot of my vitamins and just well around like healthy drink in, it's awesome. And drinking a lot of water will just make all your bodily organs function at their set rate. They should be firing and working properly, but if you don't take care of them, they won't. They're kind of like a car. Like if you don't change the oil, it's gonna start to run poorly. And the last thing is to, obviously eat all your like daily calories, but to also work off and burn calories. Too much of us nowadays have a lot of excess body fat, and that's through just not being really on to your health. So if you can cut back on all the fatty foods and start to exercise to burn off that fat, you're gonna have really great results. And if you can convert those fat cells into muscle cells, that's what we're going for, because we want a lean body. And that lean body is going to be very durable, and you're going to be able to be potentially very flexible if you put in the time and effort to really be kinesthetic. You're going to be able to take things for what it is. If you get hit by something, you're going to be able to recover at a much faster rate. I know that when I ran cross country and I stretched my heels every single day, there's times where I would be running and my heel literally touched the concrete. It would look like I'd snapped my ankle. But because I was very flexible and I ran every day, it really didn't have like the slightest effect on me, because I had worked up to that point of flexibility and my body was very durable to resist any catastrophic event. And that potentially could be, if I snap my ankle, that would not be good. That would ruin everything that I was working for through running cross country. So I really encourage you to look into your health. And if you're a little overweight, know that there's potential health issues associated with your size. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to be true. And if you can see that there is consequences for your actions now, then you'll be able to adjust yourself to make the consequences actually benefit you. So that's one thing. Consequences can be good or bad. It just depends on what kind of habits you're putting into them. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, I'll catch you later. Thanks, guys.